I'm Donnelly and I'm a professional photographer working in the northwest of England, specifically in sport, and I specialise in rugby and football. So today I'm at Southport Rugby Club on the Lancashire coast, and the club is actually celebrating its 150th year anniversary at the moment. And I'm come here today and I'm going to try 3 Sony lenses out to see how they perform in a sporting environment. One of the great things about working in sports photography as a sports fan, we get to see the action close up, the expressions, the key moments in the sport, what you're able to capture. And the Sony system really helps me achieve that. Innovations such as the autofocus, being able to shoot completely silently as well, so we're not disturbing any of the sports people, but being able to get close, up close and personal, and have the confidence that the cameras and the lenses will perform. That's a really big thing, and it allows me to try and add my passion for the sport into the pictures as well. It gives me that opportunity to spend less time worrying about the kit and being able more to absorb what's taking place and just to try and capture those key moments as they happen. Today I'm going to be looking at 3 Sony lenses: the Sony 70-300mm G lens, the Sony 85mm G Master lens, and the Sony 200-600mm G lens. And it's all about confidence with these lenses. Using genuine Sony lenses gives me full confidence that I can get the best performance from the lenses and the Sony Alpha camera bodies in terms of optical performance, autofocus performance, and most importantly, reliability. With 70 native lenses available in the Sony lineup, there really is a lens for every occasion and every budget. All the Sony lenses in the range are E-mount fit, which is Sony's universal one-mount system. So any of the 70 native lenses available will work on any of the Sony Alpha cameras, whether they be crop sensor, full frame or cinema line cameras. The sheer flexibility and versatility of the one-mount system. I can use any of these lenses on all of the camera bodies without the need for any adapters. With a maximum aperture at f1.4, the 85mm G Master lens is a great choice for isolating the subject from its environment. It also produces beautiful round bokeh and is pinch sharp. Even though the depth of field is so shallow on this lens at f1.4, by utilising the innovative eye autofocus system on the Sony Alpha cameras, we can be sure of accurate focus acquisition and tracking on the eyes. The Sony 85mm G Master is capable of resolving extremely high-resolution images, much more than even the high-resolution sensor of my Sony Alpha 1 can capture. They really are tomorrow's lenses today. Although 85mm is a great focal length for portraiture, and the 85mm G Master lens is renowned as a portrait lens, I will often use this lens for sport, especially in low light conditions, as its autofocus system is fast enough to keep up with action, and the wide aperture at f1.4 allows a lot of light through to the sensor. This allows me to use lower ISO values and faster shutter speeds. The 70-300mm G lens is what I would class as a good all-rounder. It weighs in at just 854 grams, and I use this lens when I need to move fast and light around the sports environment. The 70-300mm G lens is ideal for when I need to shoot from spectator areas or areas where you want to be more inconspicuous. The size and weight of the 70-300mm G lens makes it a good choice for this. The lens is also capable of focusing closer subjects even at 300mm focal length. The lens also benefits from image stabilisation, so we can shoot at really slow shutter speeds. It is also a very affordable lens and a good alternative for photographers who may perhaps be on a budget but would still benefit from the great focal length range of 70mm right the way through to 300mm. Shooting with the 200-600mm G lens on field sports such as rugby gives a fantastic zoom range. This can be capitalised further by putting the camera into crop mode, giving a 1.5 crop effect. The 600mm reach then extends to an equivalent 900mm reach, and when using the Sony Alpha 1, that still gives us a 21 megapixel RAW file. When shooting sport, I know I can rely on the lens to have accurate and fast focus acquisition, and it's able to track the subject quickly and accurately. This lens I will often use handheld, as its weight of 2115 grams is manageable, and the internal zoom mechanism means the length of the lens doesn't change, and importantly the balance of the lens stays the same in hand. The zoom ring will take the lens from 200 to 600mm at less than a quarter of a turn, and the lens is very easy to work with and very practical. In the field, I require excellent control and results from a lens, as well as excellent optical performance. The 200 to 600mm G lens ticks a lot of these boxes. Occasionally, I will want to shoot at slow shutter speeds for special effect or to combat low light. The 200 to 600mm G lens has a fully featured image stabilization system with 3 options that works in harmony with the in-body image stabilization built into the Sony Alpha cameras. All this from a lens that is only 318mm in length. The 3 lenses I've chosen to work with today form part of the Sony family of the 17 native lenses, and I've chosen these 3 particular lenses for the autofocus capabilities, the resolution and the performance.